YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. 4 real beast mode fragrances. What is a real beast mode fragrance? Part 2. The reason why I've titled this video that is actually because I've made a video like this. Actually, it was one of my first videos on this channel back in time. I think it's about 8 months old now. This channel is not that old, but anyway, in that video you can see real beast mode fragrances, like Dior Sauvage Elixir, Arabian's Tonka by Montal, obvious beast mode fragrances. And of course, I will link to that video in the description to this video. Then you can see it if you want to, of course, guys. But what is a real beast mode fragrance? What do I mean when I say real beast mode fragrance? I think these days a lot of people are very fast to judge a fragrance and say it's very weak just when they have sprayed the first spray, the first day they have got the fragrance. But at the same time, some people, mostly reviewers and YouTubers, are very fast to judge a fragrance and, title a fragrance like beast mode. For me, a real beast mode fragrance is a fragrance that will project for 3, 4, 5 hours, and you actually have to scrub it off before it's away from your skin 100%. That's a real beast mode fragrance in my eyes and from my point of view. And when that is said and done, guys, let's move on to the fragrances in this video. I've chosen 4 fragrances which I consider as real beast mode fragrances. And the first fragrance is Dolce & Gabbana's Mysterious Night, which is a Middle Eastern exclusive. And I have to say in the beginning, when I'm talking about this fragrance right now, if you don't like rose and oud, this is definitely not for you. It's very Middle Eastern in its scent. Me personally, I just love these heavy scent, which is Middle Eastern inspired. I just love them. But if we should talk about the scent itself, then of course you get that flowery vibe into it in the beginning from the saffron, a lot of dark rose, oud with some tonka behind. That's what I get, and probably what you get too most of the time with this beautiful fragrance right here. And what can I say? I just think it's very beautiful, very great fragrance for dressed up situation. You just have to be moderate on the trigger, so to speak, if you don't want to choke people out. Just look at that beautiful bottle in itself, how beautiful it is, guys. But it's not the bottle we are talking about. It's the beast mode vibes from this fragrance, so to speak, that we are talking about now. And let's get to the performance of this one right here. Of course, it has a great sillage and it has a great projection for the first 3 to 4 hours. Then it settles a little bit closer to the skin, but you definitely still get whiffs of it here and there. And people will still definitely smell you until you hit about the 8 to 10 hour mark, depending on the weather and climax and stuff like that. But the longevity, all in all, is for about 12 to 14 hours. But after that, you still get it if you put your nose straight to the skin. And I will still get this fragrance early morning, the day after I've sprayed it, when I want to take a shower. And longevity until you wash it off or until you scrub it off. That's a beast mode fragrance. And it's just a very, very beautiful Middle Eastern fragrance. if we should talk about the price point on Mysterious Night, then I got this fragrance for about $50 or $53 a couple of years back. But as I told, it sadly has been discontinued. So it's probably a little more expensive now. But as I told as well, you can still find it at some discounters. And that was the first fragrance, Dolce & Gabbana Mysterious Night. Second fragrance is Mancera's Instant Crush. And a lot of you guys will probably ask yourself or me why I haven't chosen Red Tobacco by Mancera. But I have to tell you guys, I made a video about that for a couple of weeks ago, screw cap versus magnetic cap when we are talking Red Tobacco. And Red Tobacco is actually the only fragrance by Mancera where I can see what people are talking about when they are talking performance issues. Red Tobacco is the only fragrance where I can't mature it to be better and stuff like that. It's okay, but it's not as it used to be. And that's why I've chosen Instant Crush by Mancera. Instant Crush is just beast mode on my skin. That's why it is in this video. And a lot of people say that Instant Crush is similar to Baccarat Rouge 540 by Francis Kurkdjian. And yes, it really is. It's not a clone, but they are similar. They share the same DNA. I just like Instant Crush more. And I think Instant Crush is a lot more, a more creamy version of Baccarat Rouge 540. I just love Instant Crush. The scent itself is just that beautiful, again, a flowery vibe into it in the beginning, and that beautiful cotton candy vibe with a lot of sweetness into it. That is actually Instant Crush when we are talking about the smell and the scent itself. And Instant Crush is an all year round fragrance in my eyes. You just have to moderate your sprays when it's summertime, so to speak. Or else performance. Yes, it has a great sillage and it has a great projection for the first 4 to 5 hours. Then it settles closer to the skin. Of course, you still get whiffs of it here and there until you hit about the 8 to 9 hour mark. But you have to get closer now, of course. But the longevity all in all is again between 12 and 14 hours, like Mysterious Night. But then again, actually, I can still get it the day after I've sprayed it when I sniff it, before I'm taking a shower. Longevity all in all until you wash it off. And if we have to talk about the price point too, then it's Mancera price. It's niche price, but still very affordable when we are talking niche. I will say you can get this fragrance depending on retail or discounters, but you can get it for about $100. Then I'm not wrong. That was the second fragrance in this video, and that was Mancera's Instant Crush. Third fragrance in this video is Montal's Ristretto Intense Café. Montal is a brother, or rather sister company to Mancera. Just so you know, if you didn't know, they are produced at the same house, under the same roof of the same perfumer. But Ristretto Intense Café is just a very beautiful gourmand fragrance, because this is really a gourmand fragrance. Very gourmandish. The scent itself just opens up with a beautiful roasted coffee smell, followed by some rose, and then there's a lot of caramel and vanilla. And it is a little bit powdery through the dry down. You have to be aware of that, guys. But I just think it's a very beautiful fragrance. And when to wear Ristretto Intense Café, I will say It's definitely suited for fall and winter because of its nose. You will directly choke people out if you are wearing this fragrance in the summertime. Just so you know that too, guys. And if we should talk about the performance of this beauty, then I will say that it has a great sillage and it has a great projection for the first 4 to 5 hours. Then it settles a little bit closer to the skin, but it still pushes off the skin until you hit about the 9 to 10 hour mark. It's extrait de parfum. Probably that's why it pushes off the skin that much. But sometimes extrait de parfum settles closer to the skin very fast. This one projects like a beast. Longevity all in all are until you wash it off. Very, very hardcore beast mode fragrance. If we have to talk about price point, I got this fragrance for about $110. I think you can get it for cheaper at some discounters now, but that's what I got it for a couple of years back. Beautiful, come on. That was the third fragrance, Montal's Ristretto Intense Cafe. Last fragrance in this video is Keno EDP, which I see as a real beast mode fragrance as well. I think it's a very beautiful scent. And when we're talking about the scent itself, I think that it opens up with a great coconutty vibe. Then we got the breezy sea notes, lots of leather, and some patchouli. And this is actually a fragrance where I smell the simple notes that are listed. I get the notes the way they are listed from the start through the dry down, and it's just a beautiful fragrance. If I should come with a suggestion to when to wear this fragrance, then I will suggest you to wear this fragrance. I will actually say it's great for spring and summer, but you can definitely wear it all year around because it has very summery vibes into it. I think it is a directly spring and summer fragrance, but you can wear it all year around because it is that potent. So what about the performance? What about the performance? It has a great sillage and it has a great projection for the first 3 to 4 hours. Then it settles closer to the skin, but you still get whiffs of it here and there for a couple of hours further. And people will definitely still smell this on you until you hit about the 8 to 9 hour mark. Then people have to get closer to you to get it, but you still get whiffs of it here and there until you hit about the 10 to 11th hour mark. Then it's a skin scent. But me personally, I still detect it close to the skin the day after I've sprayed it, when I want to take a shower, longevity all in all, until you wash it off. A real beast mode fragrance. Price. Actually, Keno EDP, I got it for about, I think it was $35, but I got it with 70% off. So it's not the normal price. Normal price is about $100. Depending on what size you get. This is the big bottle actually. But of course you could check it out for yourself and be sure depending on which bottle you want if you want it. That was Keno EDP. That's it, guys. The video has come to an end. And that was the 4 real beast mode fragrances that I want to show you in this video. And that's the way I see a real beast mode fragrance should be, or supposed to be, at least in my eyes. Or else, welcome to new subscribers. thanks to my subscribers. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you are enjoying your life with your family, friends, and loved ones. And until I see you again, enjoy life even more. See ya.